neither of which I deserve. I don't deserve all the credit, and I certainly don't deserve all the blame. But we're really glad you're here today. Part of what we do, part of our goal for the evening is really just to put a face on recovery for you. You may not be familiar with addiction or how it affects people, and so tonight we have 4 volunteers from our program that have agreed to sit down and tell us a little bit of story, so that's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to come over here, and ladies, why don't you just, I'm going to try not to fall off, so that would be bad. So ladies, just introduce yourself and give your name and how long you've been with us, your age, if you're so bold.
Hi, good evening everybody. My name is Sonia. I'm 35, from there about 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm 26. I've been with Coram on and off since 2007.
Hi, I'm Patty. My age is 51, and I've been with Coram in and out for about 7 years now.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I am 40, and I've been with Coram 3 years.
Super. So, Alicia, since you have the mic, there you go, you can clap, sure. So these are the faces of recovery. These are 4 of them anyway. Every year we probably have a connection with probably over 100 women every year, give or take. Many of them don't come into our program, but we still connect with them. So Alicia, you've been with us for 3 years. Tell us a little bit about that. When did you first come to us?
I came in 2011. I came from CVH. It was a 45-day inpatient women program, STAR program. And I heard about Coram through a counselor named Candy. And she told me it was a Christian-based program, and I was very interested in living in New Britain, a new place than from Waterbury, Connecticut, where I was from.
Now, it was 3 years ago. Do you remember? I'm trying to remember. So were you a little nervous the first day you came?
I was so nervous. I kept calling Jody and asking, like, what is it like? And do I get to do my laundry there? Do I have to bring, what can I bring? I wanted to bring so much stuff. I called and asked every question in the book. I know I did. She dealt with it.
and you were with us. So you really have been in and out a little bit, right?
Yes, I left for a short break.
And so you were with us for 18 months, that first stretch, right?
Yes, 18 months.
And 18 months, and so how long have you had to clean before? Like, is that the longest clean time you had? Some of these questions, honestly, I don't know the answer to. So.
I think before that, I had 4 years. I had done the STAR program previously. I think in 2007, I had 4 years clean before I had came to Corndale. I had relapsed again and decided to go back to STAR program, where I knew I learned the most there, and decided that I needed sober living this time. I couldn't go back to live on my own.
And if you had to say, what do you think made the difference? What is it?
So many things. I was talking with my aunts who were at my table, and they asked me, what is different? What is different now? And I'm like, well, Jody and the program, the staff, the women, we went to Joyce Meyer together. I mean, she took time out on her birthday, and we went to Joyce Meyer for 3 days. I mean, that was when I was only with us maybe 5 months.
That was a sacrifice, by the way, that I made.
It was awesome. I had just been saved. And I just believe that it's home for me. It's so much more than just this place or Coram Deo. It's home for Alicia Frenzies.
So why did you leave?
Well, I thought, that it was time that I could live on my own. I wanted to live with my son, and I wanted to make things work out. I wanted to be reunited with him, and kind of thought I would reconnect with the past that I had lost with my son, and I tried to get that back, and I couldn't get that back. I learned that over a 6-month time that I could not get that back, and I tried, and I called Jody, and I told her, I need to come back. I've relapsed. I need to come home, and I was back, I think, in 2 days.
Yeah, we picked you up pretty quick. And now you're actually part of our Back to Work program.
Yes, I am. I love it. I help the women every single day. I work in the office. It has given me a purpose in life.
And you drive the van.
Oh yeah, I have my license. I got that through Coram also. Well, I did it for myself, but yeah. I think it was 6 months ago, and I've been driving the van ever since.
Nice, nice. Well, thank you. Patty.
I count more actually. I can't even count the number. And I've been in so many treatment programs that, try to help me and, with coping skills and everything. And I had a very poor childhood, excuse me, and so on. And it's just, it's a long journey, recovery for me. And I struggle very much with alcohol.
Remind me, how old were you when you started drinking?
The age of 11.
11 years old. And so, you gave us a list of some of the things that weren't so good, but tell us some of the things that were good. What did you achieve while you were here?
Well, I think in my third year of being here with Coram, I did achieve 19 months of sobriety. And, I did my program, I worked, I was involved with the ladies in the house and so on, so forth. My mother even passed away, and I even continued there to stay sober as well, and along with many hardships. And I also found my God and my faith that I thought I lost, because I went to prison, but I found out that I did not. And, I just think of Coram as my home, and I love it, and it's my family, and I've met all in these 7 years, like many wonderful women, good strength, and they just influence me, and I love them all to death.
Are you, have you lived in other sober houses?
Yes, I have, but nothing compared to Coram.
Why? What's the difference, do you think?
The faith-based, it was just, get up in the morning, do your thing, no structure, no church, no nothing. It was just, and I didn't stay there very long. I went straight home to the house.
And are you working?
No, I'm not, but I'm seeking employment.
You're looking for work?
Yes.
And what are you willing to do?
I've been talking a lot, with friends about this actually all this week, and I want to work on my second career. I want to go into addiction services, somehow in this field, somehow, because, I just want to, help and give back. And I've been told many times in the rehabs, and other programs that I would make an excellent counselor, and, can help a lot of women, that have helped me along the way.
So, but until then, you are looking for work. She's
Yes.
looking for work.
Yes.
Here's the deal.
Please.
Patty kind of breaks, it actually kills me, because when counselors call me and they say, or actually when potential residents, well, what's the jobs like out there? And, my standard response is, because I've seen it time and again, women who have records, women who, have every barrier in their way can find a job if they really want it. And, it may take some time, it may take, a little navigating the system, but that's been my experience, except for Patty. Patty gets up every morning, she goes to Connecticut Works, she looks every day, all day, she's a hard worker, she's a hard looker, and she just, I'm telling you, we just can't find, so if any of you are hiring part-time, she's willing to do it, whatever it is. And she's good, she's, definitely, she is. She's strong and she's got a great spirit about her. You don't come back 25 times or more and you have a good spirit. Why do you keep coming back?
Because it's my home, and I love the family, and I know that they also love me, and they just want me back as much as I want them back.
You keep coming back because we love you. That's why you keep coming back.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I want to talk to Sonia next. Sonia's only been with us for 3 weeks. Sonia, what does that look like? Let me ask you this, very specifically. What was the first door you walked through?
First door I walked through was the office.
The house.
The house is beautiful. I'm from Rocky Hill, but being Polish, I'm very familiar with New Britain. I was happy. I love having a little dog around. Love the girls. The apartment was beautiful. It was beautiful. I felt happy. all my nerves instantly went away.
Good. And what is, a lot of times people, what do they do all day? So what do you do all day? What is your day like?
It's new. It's a new life for me. It's a new journey. I've gotten pretty well acquainted with New Britain, with the bus system. I myself, I'm also looking for work. And I'm very spiritual.
What do you do all day?
What do I do all day?
Give me
Well,
the-
job searching, going to the library, I have them all. I have experience pretty much in every facet of
Are you in
life.
treatment?
Yes, I'm currently I belong to a place called HCC, and I attend intensive outpatient treatment for relapse prevention.
And how did you hear about us?
I heard about Warmdale through girls actually at Rushford. I knew I wanted to go to a safe, sober living environment with females, and didn't want to go too far from home. And a few girls just ranted and raved about it. They were in and out of Cormdale a few times and suggested that that's where I fall. And I was really happy I did. Had a little bit of runaround. I think Joy was on vacation. And then, surprising.
I doubt that.
The day that I was supposed to go into transitional living, I spoke to Jody and she said that there was a bed available. And the day that I checked out of Rushford, they came and picked me up.
Yeah, Alicia did that. Alicia,
Yeah.
yeah. We love having a driver. We love having a van, and Alicia's not our only driver, but she's our main driver. And that's great, because when the girls are ready to come and they need to be picked up, we can do that. So what do you hope for your future? What's next for you?
Next for me is a career, hopefully a family, and my sobriety comes number one. I have a degree in construction management, and would like to eventually get back to work. I love it.
What does your family think of where you're at?
My family's very proud of me. I recently lost my father back in May, and I have a huge, huge support system. All my family, all my friends, everybody's rooting for me. I'm very lucky. I'm extremely fortunate to have everybody I have in my life, and they're proud of me. I'm celebrating 60 days today. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda, you've been with us for about 7 years also, about the same time as Patty. Who came in first?
Me. I did.
You came in just a few months before Patty.
Yeah.
So now, how old when you came in?
18.
And how old were you when you first started using drugs?
I was 14.
14. So tell me about that. How does a 14-year-old girl start using? And you were using heroin.
Yeah. Well, I started off with a very normal life. Had a very good childhood. When I was 13, my parents got divorced. Stopped playing sports. Met an older boy with a car and with money, and I thought he was cool. And I started hanging around with him a lot, and I was very naive to drugs. I knew they were bad for me, but I thought that because he was doing them, that it must be okay for me because he loved me. And I tried it for the first time, and that started a downward spiral for me.
Wow. So you're in high school, and you're doing heroin.
Yeah.
What does high school look like when you're struggling with addiction?
Every day was a struggle just to get up and go to school. My mom sometimes would have to pour water on me to get me out of bed. I was in and out of treatment programs. It was very hard. I lost a lot of my friends. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun. I didn't go to prom. I missed out on a lot.
And then you landed on our doorstep when you were 18. Do you remember that day that you came? Were you nervous? I was so scared that day. I was so scared. Here I am. We were just, this was 7 years ago. So we were just a year old. And I'm sitting
Not
at this
even.
kitchen table with this 18-year-old baby. Like, I mean, I hate to say that, my own daughter's 21 next month, and I'm looking at her, and her mother's there, and I'm so powerless. Like, I know what the statistics are, I know how hard this is going to be, and, you know, they're just looking for me to say, you know, you can do something. What can you do? You know, you can help her. I know you can. And I was scared. I was really scared. But she's, you know, just beautiful. And that first day was amazing. What happened that first day?
I gave my life to the Lord.
Yeah. Literally like 12 hours after she came in, it was just like, yeah. And then, you know, so what did the last 7 years look like for you? Because you haven't been with us straight through.
No, I stayed from 2007 until 2009. I stayed clean. I graduated from hairdressing school. I have a great career that I love, thank God. And I left 2 years after being with Coram. I thought I was ready to go.
Master one.
I was in a relationship and I wasn't ready. I didn't have a solid plan and I ended up stumbling. And I was kind of in and out for a little while. I lost contact, but Jody still called me and texted me a lot, asked me how I was doing and that she loved me.
Yeah, and I wasn't the only one either, no. I wasn't, no. And there's this whole thing in recovery, if you don't know, like there's this whole anonymity thing, but, and I don't know, really, I really don't know what happens in other houses and other programs, but in our house, that flies out the window. When my girls leave and they're not doing well, everyone tells, like, because we just want to know. It's not a gossip thing, it's a care thing. We love these women and we just want to know. So there's no, you know, I knew every step. I knew what she was doing. I knew where she was and when she was doing it. And, you know, it was, and we watch and we pray and we wait and we pray and we wait. And when she came back to us last year on your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me.
26th birthday.
Yeah. Why did you come back?
Because I knew that it was the only place that I had.
No, what happened?
Oh, I was in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And pretty much got beat up.
Yeah.
And I knew I had to get out.
Yeah, and I, you know, just to give you a little flavor of how I operate, I looked at the bruises on her neck and I said, I hope they stay there a long time so that you don't forget. She needed to get out of that for a long time, but she's been out now for 5 months, something like that, close to that, yeah. So, and she's doing really well. And so, let's talk about the good stuff. What are you doing that's good?
I'm gonna go to work every day.
What do you do for work?
I'm a hairdresser.
She's an amazing hairdresser. She really is. Yeah. So you're working in West Hartford Center.
Yes.
Where are you on Sunday mornings?
Church.
Yep.
You make sure of that.
And we didn't have to twist her arm. That's her family. And she was actually, well, you tell them, what happened when you first came back? People that you didn't know would miss you. Yeah.
People like Elisa, people from the church that I didn't even think would remember me ran up to me and gave me a hug.
Yeah. And said, welcome home, I'm glad you're back. Yeah. And so what's in your future? Now that I made you cry in front of everybody. Anything?
Yeah, I believe that I can do anything I want now, as long as I stay on the right track. Get married, have a family, buy a house, maybe have my own salon.
Yeah. Good deal. It's really difficult to share it like this, and so and for all of the women that are here, it's really hard for them to sit at your table and share without feeling that they might be judged. And you know, I'm just so grateful to all of you because I know, and they feel safe because I tell them. You know, everyone who comes wants to learn more, and you know, they appreciate knowing things that they didn't know. So thank you very much, ladies. I really appreciate your help.